Feels really good, man. And just again, I think this team has been a special team. I've obviously been a lot of places, but it's got to be a Stoops thing for these guys to have kind of gone where we've gone and battled how we've battled, and for these players to have shown up week in and week out, constant state of improvement. And it's a hats off to him and his culture and these players. So we're certainly happy about tonight.
Bush, a few weeks ago in South Carolina, you were on the receiving end of a 21-0 second quarter. Really set you guys on. Tonight it was you guys giving the 21-0 second quarter to Florida really put you guys ahead at halftime to go and get the victory. How good does it feel to be on the flip side of that?
It feels good. You guys know it hasn't been easy by any stretch, but it's a good mixture right now. We trust this quarterback. We're calling it aggressive. Obviously, when you do that, bad things happen as well, as we know, and we watch the league week in and week out, but it's an aggressive nature right now. Certainly proud of our offensive line and what those guys did tonight, and we're making improvements.
So some of the stuff you've done over the last month almost feels like the traditional air raid a little bit. How much of this was already in your playbook? How much did you just start from scratch?
I think the playbook is probably expansive and too expansive at times, but what I think the connection with the quarterback and understanding what he likes, what he can do well, has been critical. And again, when you get a guy who's starting to play the way he is and understanding what we need to do, obviously there's room for improvement, but I can't say enough of how well he's playing, and we just got to keep building on it.
Bush, where have you seen the biggest improvement from Kyle?
I've kind of said this about it from day one. The two things he embodies is the toughness piece, and from a mental side of it, he never gets too high and low. So I think what he's seeing now is not overreacting to South Carolina, not taking the tough hits and plays. Just keep moving forward. And I think I tell him every week, growth mindset before the game. We're going to continue to go to work. If we play well, it's because of the preparation we're putting in each week. If we don't, we just need more reps, and we can't ride the roller coaster. And that's been my message to him is, you're going to be playing football for a long, long time. You got to get over the reactions. No offense to anybody here and all that, but you just got to keep going to work. And I'm really proud of him and happy for him that he's seen it come to light.
And what do you think about the fans showing up for you guys? I mean, basketball
it's
season starting
insane.
out.
It's insane. I thought about that pregame and whatever we were at, 3-5, and those guys being there for us. You can tell right when you make that left turn on campus, and I don't think I've been around it like that. And so, we got new life. We're right where we need to be right now. We got to keep pushing forward, and I did somewhere in that third, fourth quarter. I mean, you just feel like, you feel you're happy the fan base deserves a win like that.
And that opening possession, the second quarter, you all went fast. What was the kind of reasoning behind just saying, screw it, we're going tempo?
Again, I think it's something where I've said this. I mean, our quarterback's a young player. We got a bunch of 18, 19-year-old receivers out there. And so sometimes that can be something that just settles us in, calling plays that are extremely simple. I also felt we needed it at that time. I think they were up 10-7. We needed a momentum swing, and I thought that was a good thing to add, certainly this week.
You also needed a score to come out of halftime to really kind of what was the message going into that drive?
Again, it's a testament to these guys. I mean, you look how the half ended, and we turned the ball over on a quarterback draw play. We throw into coverage, all those things, and it was just like, hey, stay the course. The only one stopping us has been ourselves, and so for them to come out there, the physicality, the execution, I think that was a critical part, in that game.
66% conversion percentage on third and fourth down tonight. Can you just talk about the improvement in that area there in the last couple of weeks?
Yeah, I think we've worked really hard on that. Again, it's something from the bye week, probably 2-3 weeks ago, that we've been stressing. Again, I keep going with Cutter. I think it was another high completion night, and the ball's getting out of his hands. Guys are making plays. I think everybody thinks you got a young player, let's come after him, let's blitz him, and he's done a really nice job of handling that, and so we just got to keep building.
Bush, you talk.
Brad, I think back in the spring, you told us you would not be able to tell how this team would be able to respond to adversity until you got to this point in the year. What does it say about this group, the way you performed the last 2 weeks?
Yeah, it shows about their character, right? At this point, you think back a couple of weeks ago, that could have been a scenario where they sort of just tucked their tails and ran and looked out for themselves, and became one of those kind of years. And it wasn't. They just galvanized, and they just continue to keep getting better. Just really proud of their effort on a consistent basis. It's, again, we know it's not going to be perfect. The execution's not always going to be perfect, but if you play really hard and you play together, good things happen.
We've talked a lot about your depth all year, asking questions about it. Wasn't say tonight that those guys stepped up a little bit.
Yeah, it keeps getting pushed and tested, and again, I think it shows what the locker room is like. That they're willing to stay locked in. They may not be the starter, but they prepare like a starter, even if they're the backup. So they know that when their number's called, they're not going to let their teammates down. And so really proud of all those guys that stepped up.
Matt, if you remember ahead of the Auburn game, I asked you what the guys were looking forward to. You said getting the taste out of your mouth. Gave up 3 points, 4 turnovers tonight, 7 points. So how's the defense responded following that Tennessee game of getting the taste out of their mouth?
Yeah, it helps. But the thing that I hope, because I know I still taste it, and I hope everybody in that locker room still does. Because as soon as you lose that taste and you think, oh, you've made it and everything tastes sweet, you're about to get humbled again. And so the thing that I think that we've done over the last 2 weeks is we've played with a little bit of a chip on our shoulder, and we need to keep that chip, and we need to keep that aggression and effort and violence, and really proud of how we got the ball today. We thought turnovers was going to be a big thing, and to get all those turnovers in the first half was a huge deal, and then to get some big stops in the second half as well. So,
what has Daverin done to get to where he's able to play at a level this high in this part of the season?
Yeah, again, it's a testament to him. It's the work he's put in. It's the commitment to being a leader on this team. And when he made that decision last year of saying, okay, I would like to redshirt so I can come back as a senior and make a big impact. He's like, I don't want to be a senior that's just a role player. Not that there's anything wrong with that, but he had the ability to have a redshirt, and so he took that time to really focus and say, okay, when I come back, I want to do something special. I want to create my own, legacy, if you will, and he's doing that, and we need him to continue to play at a high level.
If we're being honest, a lot of times when guys do that, it's to transfer at the end of the year and go somewhere else with that last year. How big was it that he was kind of locked in to stay?
That was part of the conversation from the jump. Now, again, there's trust on both sides, right? In that regard, like, hey, this is what the plan's going to be, and again, I think it shows the character of Daverin that, like, hey, this is the plan, all right, then I'm going to stick to the plan and let's do this. And if you guys are all in, I'm all in, and then vice versa in that conversation. And, I think both sides are sort of reaping the rewards.
What does it just mean to have a big win like this at home?
You know what? I think that the thing that probably everybody from coach to the coaching staff to the players are most pleased about is to give the fans a home SEC win. They've deserved it. They come out every week. We hear them. They're loud. They're supportive. And they deserved one of these. And we hope to give them a lot more. But, being the final SEC home game of the year, it was good to get sort of that monkey off our back that we've been sort of carrying with us. And there's still a lot of work to be done. I think a lot of people left this team for dead a couple of weeks ago. And they said it, not the coaches, the players said it. Like, we can get this thing, if we can knock the pebble out and let the boulder start rolling down the hill, get some momentum and see where it leads. So we got to go come back. We get one more home game, get to recognize the seniors on senior night or day. And if we can go 1-0 next week, then we can just keep that ball rolling down the hill.